Greeny, a game developer student, and recently I had to make my first VR game.
What he said.
So for this assignment, we were tasked with making a VR game set 30 years in the future, either for future humans or about an imagined future. We chose the latter, and the reason as to why I keep saying we is that I was not alone in this task. This was again a group project, and our team consisted of this time only 4 people, of which we had 1 2D but can also do 3D artist, 2 programmers including yours truly, and the 1 mystery person from the game jam again. If you don't know who I'm talking about, go watch the video, it's in the top right corner. Now that the Fantastic Four were assembled under the name of Team Noodle, yeah, we thought real hard about that one. It was time to get brainstorming about our collectively imagined 30 years into the future. But before I go influence your thought process, let me know in the comments what your prediction for 2055 is.
So we started brainstorming about our future and came up with a future idea where attention spans would be gone, obliterated, due to influences like short-form content from, for example, TikTok. Thanks TikTok, smash like if you agree. Well, further discussing this idea as to how the news... Oh my god, get the fuck out of here, bro. Get out of here. Well, further discussing this idea as to how news would develop due to lower attention spans and an increasing amount of brain rot, I got distracted and started making this masterpiece over here.
Believe it or not, this actually ended up being our main inspiration for our game. We set out to make a game where you play as an intern at a popular news station. Your job? To manage the news broadcast, choosing which stories and ads to air to try and keep the news station's bank balance and viewership high. But be careful, your choices directly influence the world around you, so it's up to you to make sure that the world doesn't turn into a dystopia because of your aired news. And at the end of the game, you'll get an ending based on the choices you made and the statistics of the news station. Okay, now we have the concept all thought out, it was time to get started prototyping. Here's what I would do if I had any clue as to what this thing can do and how it works and how to develop for it. So I basically went cold turkey and lived in VR for the duration of the project. Now I'm talking playing VR before, after and during class. I'm talking traveling in VR, and I'm talking eating in VR. This covered the what this thing can do and how it works part. And luckily after some classes, the how to develop for it part also became clear. Now finally, it is time to make the game. Starting off, I made a new Unity project, after which I got started with prototyping the live statistics of the news station, being money, viewership and awareness, meaning your impact on the world. Meanwhile, our other programmer and I were working on coding a system for reading the statistics attached to a news story. Meanwhile, artist person made a level design concept. Meanwhile, mystery person added a news station gray box, put it all together and bing bop boom boom bing bop bang. Although there is one big problem with the news stories currently, and that is that they can be reused over and over and over and over and over again. So I quickly made sure to write some code to set them to used, and now a big red X pops up whenever it's used, making sure it cannot be used again. This leads me to the following problem. Whenever you have used a bunch of scripts, they just lay around and clutter your working space. So as a solution, we added a story incinerator using our newly made lever prefab. And we also added a gear shift prefab, which both work perfectly. Now the gear shift doesn't do anything yet, but it will in the future. Pun intended. Get it? Because the game takes place in the future and I said it will in the future. Yeah, okay, never mind. And finally, we added a button for confirming the news story. Now we need to get a way of dynamically spawning these news stories, of which there is only one correct way. Drop them out of the ceiling through a Mario looking at a pipe straight onto the desk. So I got to channeling my inner Mario and got to mulling a pipe. Afterwards, I wrote the news shoot script and now it works perfectly as planned. Now on to selecting which stories get dropped. I wrote a trend manager script which randomly selects a trend from a dictionary and drops a news story variants related to the topic. After testing our game, we found that people didn't really like the story incinerator. So I just yoinked the destruction code from the Project Parasite game, slapped it on the news story, and now we can violently destroy the used stories. The level grey box also needed a makeover, seeing as the circular room was very annoying to decorate. After some deliberations, I got my team to agree to make the level shaped instead and got to modeling a new one, which also included the 2D sprites for the outside view. This one got slightly reiterated by Mrs. Mystery, who applied some texture from The Sims, added a few recording gear models, and made a physical stack of money, which to be fair will probably become obsolete in the future, but it's still a good visual indicator of wealth, so who cares. And BAM! The level was as good as done. To finish things up, I added some random models I made to make the desk feel a bit less empty, made the door automatically open if something comes near it while not being on air, made the light on the camera turn on while broadcasting, added a live preview on the camera display, and lastly added the post-processing. And oh yeah, also if the news station is balling, I made it rain cash, and if you reach peak wealth, a trophy plops down as a reward, although your money can also be lost again. But now that is settled, we just need to present the news. But we currently have no news, so we just need to quickly write 36 news stories related to the future. But Greeny, how will you show the news being presented? I hear you definitely asking. Well, while I was working on all the previous stuff, our other programmer was working hard on trying to get a little thing called FMV to work, which basically means that we can use pre-recorded videos and display them in our game, which he pulled off, but we don't actually want a cat to present the news now, do we? Yeah. Okay, actually that would be kind of cute, but no. We recorded one of our team members, which will be the news presenter guiding the player and of course presenting the selected news stories. But Greeny, how will you shush? You were shush! To show the impact of your aired news, we used a simplified political compass with two axes, corporate and ecological. After airing the news, the current position on the compass shifts, and once it crosses a border, the outside world changes. And oh yeah, we swapped out the 2D textures for a 3D environment. Coming back to the gear shift prefab, I used it as a switch for my advertisement system, which automatically runs ads whenever you are not broadcasting a story, with each ad type raising and lowering a different stat. After all the videos were recorded, I got started making a tutorial. Yes, we ain't done, baby. Greeny forever and forever, 100 years. Greeny some things and Greeny and running around in Greeny time all day long forever. Okay, with that done, we've come to the end of the road, and it's time for the final reveal.
Oh, you found your desk. That's good. You're the new intern, right? I'm Amelia Smith. You might have heard of me before. You're not from the upper layers, are you?
Nope.
Oh, yeah. How's it feel being up there? Much better, right? Yeah. Anyway, they left me to do your training, so pay attention because I'm only going to tell you once. You are in charge of managing all the output of this station and keeping things moving. Grab me a coffee, will you? Behind you, on your desk.
All right, coffee.
Oh yeah, you got the window view desk. Out there you have a view of the entire upper city behind you. Fancy, right? Our news station has a lot of influence over the world, so you might see some things changing around out there if you choose to publish certain stories. Anyway, how's the coffee going? Can you hand that to me? Okay, I'll get some to clean that up eventually. Right on time. There are your news stories. This part is the core of your job. If you look to your left on your desk, there's a screen that shows all of the current events that are coming in. I've got a large team of researchers that are always sending in the hottest stories to that database, so you can have an overview of what's to come. After the event goes through, your job will be to choose how we present this news. The same story will be written in a few different ways, and it is your job to decide what will be the best for our viewers and profits. Don't bother trying to push your own secret agenda. That's the reason the last intern was fired. When you've made your decision, go ahead and put it in the slot right there. After confirming, the script will be sent straight to me, and I will make sure it's live broadcast to the entire world. Try it out. A temple to progress, the new AI Mega Center powers godlike artificial intelligence to guide humanity towards the inevitable future. Will this new data center finally be enough to power...
Oh, me? Oh no, I'm just watching my own video in the game I made in the video. Cannot get much more meta than that. After the point in that video, the tutorial goes on to explain the ad system, after which you are free to play through all the news stories and you will get your ending. Oh yeah, thanks a lot for watching, by the way. As usual, I'll make sure to drop an itch.io link in the description down below for those who have a VR headset and are brave enough to try this baby out. Smash like if you didn't dislike. Smash dislike if you didn't like. Also, please let me know why.
And please subscribe or the newscaster will fire me. Now, she is on a break right now, but I promise you she will find out and she will fire me.
Smash like if you agree. Oh, that fucking hurt. That hurt.